Hello and welcome to this nighttime challenge. Here we are, the first day of winter, but it's nighttime, you know what I mean? No, I mean of winter 2024. It's cold outside. I was walking half a mile and man, it was breezy and cold and I did not like it. One thing about cold weather is that it doesn't last. That's the only thing I like about it. Actually, so I have two rums, 40% alcohol, standard rating, ABV level. This is dark rum imported from the Caribbean islands. Nice looking label. Winn-Dixie Liquors. This is coming from somewhere in the Caribbean islands. Don't know which island. Jamaica, Virgin Islands, Anguilla, I don't know. Antigua and Barbuda. It's a mystery which will never be solved. It's bottled in Kentucky at Buffalo Trace is where it is, but they call it Wide World Importers, all right, but it's Buffalo Trace where they bottle it. We know them. They're owned by the Sazerac Company, headquartered in New Orleans, Louisiana. This is $12.99 until January 7th for this huge plastic bottle. Used to be glass back in the 70s and 80s for sure. How long have they been making private label rum for Winn-Dixie? I don't know, but probably a long time, because when I was a little kid, I remember seeing this stuff. Not that I drank it, but I remember seeing it in the glass bottles, like I said. Very pale. Look at that straw. There's no coloring added, no flavoring added. Sazerac, I complain about some things that they do, but I got to give them credit. If they add flavoring or coloring, they'll just tell you right on the bottle. Oh, here's Cruzan Blackstrap, Estate Diamond Blackstrap rum, distilled and blended in the United States. Beautiful embossed bottle. In the United States Virgin Islands, Gary Nelthrop, master distiller. Cruzan established in 1760. They adopted the name in the 1930s, Cruzan, but they had been making rum for a long time. I don't know what they called it before the 30s. Rubber stopper, wooden cap. Bottled in Illinois for Cruzan International. So these are both bottled in the USA. Now they say it's a Navy style rum. And they say the Navy style, like the British Navy used to have, or the Danish Navy maybe, because Denmark used to own the Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands. A lot of people don't realize that. They sold the islands to the United States. Yeah, can you imagine selling a country? But they did. Louisiana was sold to Spain, actually given to Spain, and then sold to the United States for a very cheap price. 3 cents an acre. Wouldn't you love to buy land for 3 cents an acre? France knew they did not get a good deal on that property, but like Napoleon was thinking, hey, I'd rather get $15 million for Louisiana than give it away for free, because the United States is going to invade it and take it. Thomas Jefferson made him an offer they couldn't refuse. It's like, would you like to sell it, or would you like the other option? And they were like, yeah, we'll take care of the problem. All right, anyway, as you can see, this is very dark, practically black. You can see a little brown as the computer or monitor shines through it. So I can turn on the lamp, because there's no reason to keep them off. Now, there's no chance that this is going to be a true taste challenge. It's a challenge in name only, because there's no possibility on earth that I could ever mix these two up, or mix up these two. That's not going to happen. It cannot happen. It will not happen. It can never happen. I'll do the screen share and show you the websites if you're interested. Winn-Dixie Dark Rum, $12.99 until January 7th. That's all they tell you. And you got to buy it in the store. You can't get a curbside pickup. That's their policy. I don't know what the deal is, but that's it. Very easy to decide and buy it, though. It's right off the shelf. You don't have to ask for it. In Louisiana, you can buy liquor off the shelf, like cereal or a soda pop. Only at Winn-Dixie. That makes sense since it's called Winn-Dixie. Here's the Cruzan Blackstrap Rum. Now, the Cruzan Estate Diamond Series, a different type of rums. It's like an elevated price series, extra age, blended, a little better quality, I guess, theoretically at least. Introduced in 2000, 24 years ago. They're saying that it is reminiscent of the classic Navy rums of the U.S. Virgin Islands, sort of like Prussers that you hear about that I find sometimes. You can make a blackstrap Mai Tai, a Jungle Bird, a Stormy Weather, and you can read about those on the website to get more information. I got this for a very low price, probably an incorrect price, but I think Total Wine and More made some errors there on their coding. But let's see if they sell it at Winn-Dixie. Cruzan. I don't think they do. Nah, they just sell the silver and the gold and two flavors, strawberry. I think the flavored Cruzan might be more popular than the regular ones this day and age. Total Wine's going to have it, I would think. Not that I've checked in a few years. Don't tell me they got big plastic bottles now. Oh, my goodness. Y'all going cheap. Y'all already were kind of inexpensive. Now they're really getting cheap, though. But there's that blackstrap, $20.99. That's really not that bad, $20.99. Not $8.99 like I paid. Like I said, I think they coded it wrong. On the rocks. Got nothing to do with Cruzan. Oh, I get it. These use Cruzan rum. On the Rocks is a series of pre-mixed cocktails. Okay. Strawberry daiquiri and classic daiquiri using Cruzan rum. Okay. All right. Never mind. I repent. I retract. Have something to do with it. There's the blackstrap. What does it score? I'm thinking it scores high. 94. 94 out of 100. So people are saying this stuff is awesome. And I agree. What about that aged dark rum? I bet you it's in the 90s. Yeah. I paid $9.99. They got it for $10.99, but you got the JB inflation. 92. I knew it was in the 90s. I knew it. Have to close my eyes to make it legitimate, although this challenge is not going to be legitimate. Yeah, I know I'm this blackstrap out the way because it's Cruzan, but it's, I would never. Now, could I have confused it with the old Myers's that I had, that black rum or Bacardi Black? That's possible. Those are both gone. I drank them all and shared them. Although this one has more of that pancake syrup aroma and flavor. Miss Butterworth's, namely. Okay, this is Cruzan. It even has kind of an old sour wood. It reminds me of something at my grandmother's house, and she lived in Metairie, Louisiana. I don't know what it was. It was something that she had over there in her house that smelled like this. Like a old black bananas. When the bananas turn black, most people make pudding with them, banana pudding. She would eat them like, oh my God, you eat that, But okay, so there we go. Ta-da! I got it on aroma only, but then so would everybody else on planet Earth. Phil says, good morning. Phil from Paris. Cheers. Jay, cheers with tequila Tizaz. Have a nice Saturday. I never heard of tequila Tizaz, but probably very nice. There's about 1 million tequilas that I've never tried, being such a popular product these days. I'm telling you. Do you get oak? A little oak, but like I said, mainly you get pancake syrup. I mean, to me, that's what it tastes like. But not with the consistent, not the consistency of the syrup. It's got a thin body. It's actually a thin body. You think it would be thick, but it's not at all. It's light to medium body with a mostly dry finish. But just that flavor is the pancake syrup. So it's an unusual product in my booklet. But it does deserve the 94, and it's definitely worth $20.99. That's a very low price for such a product. Bacardi Black probably costs you more. But you could find deals on Myers's now. I'm not going to kid, because I got a liter of Myers's dark rum at Dorgnax Food Center one time for $17.99, $18.99. Yeah, $18.99. You'll never see that again. I know I won't. Now, WD Liquors, Winn-Dixie Liquors rum. Is there anything worthwhile about it? I suppose so. I give it a B minus 8.0. It's marginally good. But then think about the trade-off. You're paying way less than most of your rums. And it's like way down here on price. And you get it, so it balances out. It works out. Is it something you should search for? Obviously not. You say, well, I'm going to be in Florida next week on a business trip. And if I pass by the Winn-Dixie Liquor, which is everywhere in Florida, and I get it for $12.99, I don't think I'll be disappointed, right? And I would say, right, if you know what to expect, which is minimal. It's that some products exist in that world. Now, the ones that are beer don't really work too well. Like if you get a really low grade product, a beer price, you're like, wow, I can't believe this beer is so cheap. Then you taste it, then you're going to realize why it's so cheap. And it just does not work out. Now, can you get good deals on beer? Yeah, on closeout, like Total Wine & More closed out their pumpkin ale last week. Earlier this week, sorry. I'm sure it's all going now. $1.99 a six-pack. Now, was it out of date? No, I don't believe. It just was the season was closing down. Fall was ending, and Total Wine's just like Walmart. If they get rid of something, they basically give it away. $1.99. So, of course, I bought a 30-pack, 30 bottles. It was less than $10. So those kind of deals, yeah, that's an unusual thing. But when you see these beers that are regularly priced $10.99 for a 30-pack, then you say, what in the world? You taste it and you're like, oh, this is horrible. It doesn't really work out that way with liquor. You can get some cut rate liquor and they're pretty decent. Even like really low grade bourbon, they'll be usually be about 3 years old, straight bourbon. It won't be anything to look for, but it won't be ghastly, just be bland. It'd just be bland. All right, so the winner, obviously, as though that was any kind of mystery, is the Cruzan. No shock there. All right, y'all take care and see y'all for I got another Cruzan produced product for tomorrow, but it's not called Cruzan. And it's got a little backstory. It's interesting. All right, bye-bye, everybody.